Hey guys, it's Seth here, and welcome back to UCTV. We are on a brand new camera this week, and as you imagine, we could not be more excited for week 2. Speaking of, Colson, what do we have for this week?
Well, this is my first time as an anchor. Last week I had the privilege of being on doing the weather, but to answer your question, we'll be going to you first for Did You Know?
Thanks, this is a completely new segment to the UCTV script, so hopefully you guys like it.
So basically, we are just going to spout off some random informational factoids. So let's start up with this one. There is actually no front to a burger until you bite into it.
The light bulb was such a good idea, it actually became the symbol for good ideas.
The Guinness Book of World Records probably has the world record for holding the most world records.
And did you know that owls can actually twist their head 270 degrees?
Whale sharks use their 4,000 teeth to eat vegetables.
The 100 folds in a chef hat actually represent 100 ways to cook an egg.
The longest wedding veil was actually longer than 63 football fields.
That's just ridiculous. And lastly, the unicorn is actually the national animal of Scotland, even though they're not real. Sorry to break all your dreams.
Those were all things that we found online that we thought were interesting.
So if you guys want us to continue this segment, please let us know. And if you guys have any other ideas for this or any segment, please leave a comment on the video. And that's it for you guys. That's it for us. Back to you guys. Very interesting, guys. I, for one, do like that we've added it to the script. It is personally one of my favorites. Now, we have a lot of new segments that are coming up. Like next week, we're going to be starting off UCTV Cribs. It is much like MTV Cribs. We will have a teacher on that week to show off their classroom.
Yeah, and for those of you students who want to see your teachers on there, there's going to be a Google form that you can cast your votes onto. Next up, we have weather.
Hey, it's Paisley. I'll be updating y'all on the weather this week. It looks like the weather will be in the high 80s and low 70s. However, there is a slight chance of rain. Don't be too sad though, because hoodie season is right around the corner. For all my hoodie lovers out there, thank you for checking in. Back to you.
Well, Paisley, that was well done, and hopefully you'll have a more accurate prediction of the weather than I myself and Laven did. Just for a side note, all those who are wondering about FCA, we'll be having them Thursdays at lunch this year. So hopefully more people can join us in discussing the one and only important Word of God.
Yeah, that's very cool, Colson. FCA is an amazing organization to be part of in Union City. A great way to put yourself around other Christians. Now, news with FFA. We don't have any standings or scores from the most recent event, but we will have an update on that next week. Now we're going to send it over to Adam with a Union City mullet battle.
Hey guys, it's Adam and I am back for my first UCTV of this year. I am so excited to be back, and I am starting off this year with a hilarious segment about mullets. Mullets were popularized in the 70s and 80s after being worn by high-class French people, but they were actually used prior to the 70s in Native American culture to help keep the neck warm and dry. Mullets have become an enormous part of today's society, with them having a massive return on people's hairstyles, especially in the past 5 years. We have even seen an increase in mullets here in Union City. Last week, I sent out a survey to the high school students here and had them vote on which students' mullets they liked the best. The results are in, and it turns out that Caden Cummings' mullet had the highest vote in Union City, winning by a whopping 36.6% of the votes. Congrats, Caden, on having the best mullet in Union City. I'm looking forward to seeing those mullets grow in the future. Back to you, Seth.
Whoa, those are some nice mullets. Union City is packed with them, and that is definitely a fraction of the amount that we have. I personally couldn't rock one of those, but they are absolutely good looking on you guys.
Yeah, I've never been a huge fan of it, but it definitely is cool seeing the school spirit in having a mullet competition. Now let's send it on to Tyler and Laven for sports.
We're going to start this sports segment off by keeping it local and giving y'all a little UC sports update. Last week, the Lady Tigers were supposed to start off on Monday with an away game at Fletcher, but that game was moved to Binger due to weather conditions. They ended up winning that game in a 12-0 blowout with senior Emily Griggs throwing a no-hitter, and they tried to take that momentum into Tuesday as they faced off against Calumet at home. After an off day on Wednesday, the Lady Tigers finished the week playing Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We were filming this on Wednesday, so we're not sure how those games ended at this time, but of course, I'm sure they did very well. Some new upgrades for the softball team and their field in the next week or so will include new park benches and a new equipment shed. The boys in blue start off their week strong with a 19-5 win over Santa Fe South. In this game, senior Tyler Norton threw a no-hitter through the four innings that he pitched, and my fellow senior Braden Armstrong hit a 2-run home run to increase the lead. The Tigers are now on a 6-game win streak and are using that as firepower as they head into the Mulhall Orlando tournament last weekend. Again, we are filming this in advance, but we are sure they place very well in the tournament. In other news, Coach Brown ordered new basketball jerseys for the boys basketball team, and they have finally came in, and they are looking sweet. We will be letting you guys see those soon, but anyways, that is all for this week's UC Sports Update. Now here's Laven with a new segment that y'all requested with college football and pro sports.
College football is coming to a start, and OU is playing at home Saturday, September 3rd against UTEP, so it should be an easy win for the Sooners. The Sooners are ranked number 9 in this year's professional ranking. Speaking of the Sooners, Jacoby Johnson from Mustang High School committed to OU for football as a wide receiver, so look out for Jacoby Johnson over the next few years in Norman. OSU will start the season against Central Michigan September 1st, so should be an easy one for the Pokes. OSU is ranked 12th this year. This should be an interesting season because this might be the last season OU and OSU will have Bedlam, as we know that OU will be moving up a division to SEC.
Lots going on in UC Sports, and we're very excited to see a new section added to the sports, pro sports.
Yes, that is very cool. In school news, last week, senior banner pictures were taken to go up on the gym at the baseball fields and softball fields in the spring. So that's something to really look forward to in the coming months. Anyway, next up for you guys is Cole talking about our new playground.
Alright, what's up guys? It's Cole. I'm back here on UCTV with another segment. Today I'm going to be talking about the new playground that we got put up over the summer for the elementary. We had lots of help from the high school students and parents throughout the weeks of summer. So far, it seems like the kids are loving it. Well, that's all I've got today. See y'all next time. Back to you.
Love to see the school is treating the elementary with that new playground. Special thanks to the student volunteers and adult volunteers who worked to get that done in time for school.
Speaking of little ones, I hear there's a stomach bug going around in the elementary. But on a happier note, let's send it to Kinsey and Aiden for the question of the week.
Hey guys, it's Kinsey and I'm back with another question of the week. Here with me is junior Aiden Ellington.
This week's question is, what was the first U.S. state?
We're going to go ask some kids and we'll be right back.
Colorado.
Oh no, Oklahoma. Okay. Shoot. I don't know. Like, Maine.
I don't know. Virginia.
Okay.
I think the first U.S. state was Pennsylvania.
Washington, D.C.
Delaware. Good job. We had a lot of great guesses this week. The answer was Delaware.
The only person to get it right was Whisper from first grade.
Great job. We'll be back next week with another question.
Great job, Whisper. That is definitely a hard question.
Honestly, I probably would have never guessed that. On that note, our second week of UCTV is over.
Yes, and it was such a privilege to be an anchor for the first time with my good friend, Seth.
Yes, it has been real. It has been a real pleasure to see you guys. Now, see you guys next week. Like and subscribe. Share it with your friends. And remember, go Tigers.
That's right.